What's up, guys? This morning we're going to do Ptolemy Philadelphus, and that's Ptolemy Philadelphus, Philadelphus. That's page 109 of Antiquity Unveiled. And here we go, Ptolemy. Good day. Humility is one of the attributes of greatness. Therefore, I come here today after the lapse of centuries to try to bring to you as much as possible under the circumstances. I was born and brought up in a way that it developed in me a taste for literature. I was absorbed by a passion for books, and through my library keeper, Demetrius, I succeeded in securing about 280,000 rolls or books. What did all this vast mass of learning do to benefit humanity? There are no religious systems existing today but what obtained the principal parts of their creeds and tenets from the Alexandrian Library. Learned men of all nations and religions resorted to Alexandria, and from them I bought the principal works relating to their religions. In the course of time, those men, after investigating the works on religion in an Alexandrian library, modified and remodeled their respective religions. If you examine the ancient Egyptian coins of the date of my reign, you will find myself and queen represented as divine brother and sister. For in order to preserve the east of features of the royal family unaltered, it was regarded as necessary to marry your own sister. And Arsinoe, that's Arsinoe, was my sister. I always desired to receive the truth, come whence and from whom it might. I intended, had my life not been ended too early to accomplish the work, to have found a system of morality and spirituality to compromise all that was good, true, and valuable in the religions of every people that I could reach. I would have saved untold numbers of human lives and would have led the development of mankind to a point far beyond that which has been reached today. Spiritual mediumship has been the light of all nations and all people through all time. The nation or sect that scorns mediumship may flourish for a time, but they will soon perish beneath the wheels of progress. I had another object in making the vast collection of books before mentioned. I expected to be able to furnish to the world a legal code that would have established justice and abolished human slavery. It was this that caused me to liberate 100,000 Jews. But to accomplish this Herculean task, a mortal life was too short, amid the bigotry and ignorance of my age. Since passing to spirit life, I have been seeking mediums and have been manifested myself through therein. But never before have I found a medium I could control so well as the present one. You are absolutely correct in the stand that you have been taking regarding the Christian religion, and the more you search out and investigate the matter, the more positive you will become the conclusion that the Christian religion is the outgrowth of the library of Ptolemy Philadelphus. You can then throw down the gauntlet and challenge the world to an investigation of the facts. I will also say that your chronological tables are not correct. Perhaps at some future time I may be able to return and again communicate with you, when I will prove to you by comparing the works yet in existence that are not living in the 19th century of the Christian era, but in the 22nd. The originators of the Christian religion were many, each contributing something to the aggregate of what it represents. Ptolemy, in the reign of Augustus, was more than 200 years after the enterprise of projecting a new religion that should take the place of all previous religions that had begun, arranged the incongruous materials in what he called the eclectic system of religious observances and maximuses. I am Ptolemy Philadelphus. All right, and we're going to refer to the Biographie Universelle for an account of Ptolemy. When this communication was received, we had no knowledge of the history of such a king, beyond the fact that he reigned in Egypt at some period of history. This communication seems to settle the dispute question as to whether Demetrius was really the keeper of the Alexandrian Library under Ptolemy Philadelphus, a fact which has been strongly questioned, and which is another example of the manner adopted by these ancient spirits to correct history as it comes down to us, and give the information to be obtained in no other way. The value of this communication is not to be estimated lightly. We call the attention of our readers to the accounts now extant of the vast library bearing upon the history of antiquity. When we realize the difficulty attending the collection of books and manuscripts in ancient times compared with the present, we can readily understand what a valuable collection it was for that period. 3 times this vast accumulation of literature was destroyed, but not before many learned men had visited it and founded new systems of religion upon the knowledge there obtained. The library was considered the most valuable in existence, and even today scholars bemoan its destruction, although not giving credence to the report that it was destroyed by Christian vandals in the interest of their religion. Today, the world is agog because of the discovery of a few lines of ancient manuscript in Egypt. We refer, and this is parentheses, we refer to the manuscript lately discovered by Mr. Petrie, Petrie, found in the sands of Fayum along western Egypt, some of which are to be seen in the Egyptian collection of the University of Pennsylvania. In these manuscripts, reference is made to 35 lines of Iliad, 5 of which it is claimed by scholars are not existent in the copies which have come down to us, after being copied and recopied by the Alexandrian and Byzantine Serbs. Also, with 4 or 5 pages of Plato, found at the same time, the discovery is made that Plato's text, as we have it, was, words printed bad, touched up to suit the taste of different critics and writers. If scholars admit these facts, how much ground it gives to the statement of these ancient spirits that their manuscripts have been mutilated and interpolated in copying in the interests of the Christian Church by its writers, until they have entirely lost their original meaning and at many points. Yet how little the information contained is the above mentioned and recently found manuscripts by Mr. Pierre is compared to what has been obtained through these spirit communications of ages past, I think, will bring knowledge to the world of greatest importance and settle once and for all the truth as to the source from whence is the Christian religion. And that was Ptolemy Philadelphus, 109 to 112, Antiquity Unveiled.